Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Just confirm me once. Good afternoon. Okay. So first of all, welcome to the session. And today we are here because we are going to start a new batch of current affairs. Last year also, we have started with Adhyan batch in July month in 2024. And with all the team effort, with the effort from the side of students, with the effort from our side, it has been very much helpful in the prelims exam as well as in the mains examination. Last year in July, we have started Adhyan batch 1.0. And then after we have started this prelims special Adhyan batch also in January this year. Now, if we look at the track record of this Adhyan batch, it has been helpful in the mains 2024 as well as in prelims 2025. Now, many of you were asking about this, that when we are going to start with the Adhyan batch for all those students who are going to appear for 2026. So that's why we are coming with this Adhyan batch, and we are coming with this Adhyan batch with various new features also. Okay. So we are going to have some new features also, new parts or new elements in this Adhyan batch. Okay. So let us talk a little bit about this, that what we have in this Adhyan batch, what we are planning to do under this Adhyan batch, what is the aim and all. Okay. So see, the first thing is, when we are talking about this Adhyan batch, this is a batch which is going to provide 360-degree coverage of current affairs. This is going to provide 360-degree coverage of current affairs. Now, which year we are targeting? We have the target in mind. The target which we have in mind is prelims 2026 and mains 2026. We are going to target these two things, prelims and mains 2026. So that is our target of Adhyan batch. Now, at the same time, the thing is, why we are having this current affairs batch? Why? What is the relevance of it? So see here, when we are talking about the why, you know that in the prelims examination, this year again, current affairs has been there in very good numbers. If you see across the subjects, you will find that roughly around 20 questions are there, which are on the basis of this current affairs. Okay. So in prelims 2025, we have again seen that on an average 20 questions are there from current affairs. At the same time, when we are talking about the mains examination, you can see that in GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, as well as essay. In all these papers, you will require the support from current affairs. In GS paper 1, you have the topics like that of geography. Last year, if you have seen, there was a question on twister cyclone. There was this question on twister cyclone. There was this question on cloud burst. Now these two questions in geography sections, in the geography section in GS paper 1, it was related with current affairs. Okay. So this is one part, that twister cyclone, cloudburst and others, they were related to current affairs. Second part, GS paper 2 and GS paper 3, you will find that around 70 to 80% of the questions, they are dynamic in nature. They are always like this, dynamic in nature, means you will need current affairs, you will need the reports, you will need the judgments, you will need the articles, the committee reports, each and everything to write your answer. Many of the questions are going to be based on the current affairs entirely. Like the question was there on Digital Data Protection Bill. The questions were there on India-Maldives relation and many more such questions. So what we see that many of the questions in GS paper 2 and 3, they are coming from this current affairs section. The third part is essay. Here again, you have certain examples, you have facts, data, reports. Now these all things are the X factor for your answer. They are regarded as the X factor of your answer, the X factor of essay. They are going to bring you at least 10 to 15 extra marks for you in the essay. If you are mentioning the data, if you are mentioning the facts, if you are mentioning the examples, if you are relating it with the current affairs, it may bring you 10 to 15 extra marks also in the essay paper as well. So overall, when we are talking about the mains paper or even the prelims paper, this is going to be one of the most crucial part. And why this current affairs is important. Okay. Yes, Sejal Singh, see, we are having this one in English medium. We will have another session which will be especially in Hindi medium. We will have another session for the same information for the Adhyan batch in Hindi medium also. So we are launching both batches, English medium also, Hindi medium also. So we are going to do this in English medium, and there will be another one by Jeet sir in Hindi medium as well. So don't worry about it. We will have one separate session for the Hindi medium. Okay. So now see here that first thing is there is going to be 360-degree coverage of current affairs. Now the question is how we are going to do this. Like how we are going to ensure this 360-degree coverage. How? Okay. We are going to cover the Hindu newspaper. We are going to cover Indian Express. Okay. We are also going to cover PIB updates. We are also going to cover Khan Global Studies monthly magazine. And at the same time, there is also Down to Earth and other sources. So we are going to cover this entire portion, whether it is in the Hindu or Indian Express, or it is there in PIB, or we are having it in monthly magazine of Khan Global Studies, or we are having it in Down to Earth or any other important source. We are going to cover that topic also. At the same time, we are also going to cover budget and economic survey. We are going to cover budget and economic survey. Now this year also, and even in next year, we will make sure that before the prelims and mains, we will have special sessions. We will have special sessions on coverage of the topics and revision of the topics. It is not only going to be just the classes, it is going to be the revision of those topics as well. Like last year, first of all, we have completed the entire current affairs, and then again, we started doing the revision of those topics also. So this is one thing, that along with coverage, we will also do the revision of topics. We will do the revision of topics. Okay. So this is one part, that how we are going to proceed with it. Now, there was one question from Ayush Mishra that how many questions were coming from Adhyan batch. So see, let me tell you one thing. Last year, we have started our batch in July. And just after that, you have seen that when mains 2024 was conducted, we have done just 2 or 3 months of classes. We have done just we have done the coverage of only 3 to 4 months. And even from that, like when we are talking about the mains portion, we have seen that we have just covered 4 months of current affairs. And even from that, you can see the questions. Like we have covered these questions, the electoral reforms, one nation, one election. We have a topic on poverty and malnutrition that we have also covered. We have talked about global navigation satellite system. It was also there in the month of June, July. So we have covered that also. Then we have covered other question like water scarcity. We have especially covered this one topic of asteroids. Okay. So this topic was also there. We have covered topics in like urban floods. We have covered this topic of social media. Apart from this, we have also discussed cloudburst and so many others. So within just 2 or 3 months of our coverage, in mains 2024, there were significant number of questions. Okay. Yes, I think Ayush was also there. Yes, in the mains, you have seen there was question from one nation, one election. And perhaps in month of July itself, we have discussed this last year in detail about one nation, one election. And there was a question last year. Then there was question on cloudburst also. There was question on water scarcity also. There was question on India-Maldives relation also. Okay. You may see this. There was question on India-Maldives relation also. I am not adding it here. But India-Maldives relation was also there. So multiple questions which we have discussed in our Adhyan batch was there in mains 2024. Now, in the same manner, in this year prelims exam also, multiple such things have been there. For example, Rashtriya Gokul Mission. This was one of the question in prelims 2025. In prelims 2025, we have covered this in our White Revolution. Then there were questions on Majorana 1 chip. We have again discussed that in our classes. We had questions on this INSTC, International North-South Transport Corridor. We have covered this International North-South Transport Corridor. Okay. There were other questions like International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. We have again covered International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Okay. So in this manner, you will find that a significant number of questions, they were from our current affairs Adhyan batch in this year prelims also. We have discussed about monoclonal antibodies also. In our classes, we have discussed about various types of bacteria, viruses also. We have also discussed many such questions, like particularly there was a question about turmeric board. There was a question about turmeric board. There was question about UPI payment, in how many countries it is accepted. So what we see that around 15 questions are there which we have covered in our current affair classes. Around 15 questions are there which we have covered in our current affair classes. Okay. So this is one part that we have got a significantly high number of questions in prelims also as well as in mains exam also. Even though our target was not mains 2024. Our target was not mains 2024. Despite that, we have covered the topics in such a manner that it was asked in 2024 also, and many of those topics may be asked in this year 25 exam also. Okay. So this is one part. Second thing is, like I told you, we are going to have this 360-degree coverage of current affairs, Hindu, Indian Express and all others. We will also have this coverage of KGS monthly magazine for UPSC. At the same time, we will also help in making theme-wise mains notes preparation. Like how you can make mains ready material. That is also something which we are going to do. In this session itself, I will show you that in the previous classes, how we have taken any such topic. I will show you this also, that in our previous classes, how we have taken such topics. Okay. Then at the same time, we will also have, this is one of the additional feature this year. This is one of the additional feature this year that we are going to have. We are going to have 3 classes per week now. We are going to have 3 classes per week, and one of that class, one session, this out of the 3, the one session will be dedicated for answer writing and practice. Means out of the 3 sessions, in 2 sessions, we will discuss the current affairs. And in one of the session, we are going to cover, this answer writing and practice part. We will do the practice of questions. We will do the answer writing in the class itself. So that is going to be one additional feature of Adhyan batch in this year. Okay. Now, you may all have this one question in mind. You may have got this one question in mind, that from which month we are going to start the current affairs. Like, are we going to start from June 2025 or are we going to start from January 25? See, remember one thing. When we are talking about this plan, how we are going to do, we are going to start from January 2025. Okay. Per week, every week, we are going to have 3 classes. In one class, that is going to be conducted on Monday, one class which is going to be conducted on Monday, we are going to discuss the current affairs of January 2025. There will be another class that is going to be conducted on Wednesday, and there we will start from June 2025. And there will be another class that is on Friday, and here we are going to do answer writing for mains plus PT questions practice. Plus we will also do this PT questions practice. Okay. So per week we are going to have 3 classes. One class will be dedicated to cover January 25, then after we will do with Feb, then March, then April, and then May month. Okay. So by the time you reach November, December, your current affairs of the entire 2025 is going to be completed. So for our complete coverage, we will start from January 25 till mains 2026. That is the range. We are going to cover the current affairs from January 2025 to mains 2026. That is the range of current affairs which we are going to cover. And how we are going to do this? We will have one class for revision of the previous topics, January, Feb, March, April, May, and the ongoing sessions will cover current affairs from the month of June. We will start with June 1st week, then June 2nd week, then June 3rd week, and so on. So 2 classes per week for current affairs and one special session for answer writing and PT questions practice. So this is going to be the plan of the classes. Okay. So I hope that part is clear. Okay. Now, coming here, yes, everyone is asking about one thing, that what is going to be the price of it? What is going to be the price of it? Just see this part. You are going to have 3 classes per week. It means in the next 12 months, 3 classes per week means 12 classes per month. 12 classes per month means in the next 15 months, you are going to have, if we talk about the total classes, it is going to be 12 into 15. That is 180 classes. You are going to have 180 classes in total. So think about this. There are 180 classes. So we are keeping the price. At rupees 999. Okay. We are keeping the price of this at 999 only. Okay. So here we are including the answer writing part also. We are covering the entire portion from magazine to current affairs, the Hindu newspaper, Indian Express newspaper and all. We are going to have 180 classes in total approximately to cover this entire portion. Okay. So if we rely only on Adhyan batch without reading newspaper, is this sufficient? See, for content coverage, it will be more than sufficient. For covering the content for the exam, it will be more than sufficient. Why do we ask the student to read the current affairs, read the newspaper? It is just for improving your language. When you have to write in the examination, you have to improve the language. You don't have to make notes out of the newspaper. But still, I will suggest you to have some reading habit. If you don't like the newspaper, you can read something else. This will cover the entire current affairs from January 25 to even mains 2026. So there will be complete coverage of the content. What we need from you, that you have to improve the language. We have to improve your capability of understanding. So that's why you should also be reading at least 1 or 2 articles from newspaper per day. Okay. So I hope that one is clear, Ayush and Anuj. Ayush and Anuj, I hope that part is clear, that why do we ask to read the current affair, or sorry, the newspaper. Okay. So this is one part. Now, let me tell you how we approach the topic. Just to give you one hint, how do we approach the topic? Last year, in the month of June and July, there was a topic which was there in the news, that was ISRO chairman, he has given a statement on planetary defense. He has basically given a statement on planetary defense. Just to give you this idea, this was the context, that ISRO chairman said that we should be able to go and meet the asteroid Apophis when it is passing by Earth at a distance of 32,000 kilometers in 2029. Okay. So this was the context of the news. This was the news article. But what we have prepared, how we have prepared this topic, just to give you a glimpse. What we have done, we have first talked about asteroid Apophis. Then we have talked about that what are asteroids, what are meteors, what are the other asteroids. We have seen that. Then we have also talked about, are there any incoming celestial bodies? We have seen. Okay. Then we have seen example, that are there any such example of these types of asteroids coming towards the Earth? Then we have also seen that what is the NASA's DART mission, which is related to asteroid. Then we have seen this part, like what is the mission taken by NASA with respect to this DART mission. Now see back the question. This we have covered in June, July, and you can see the question which was here, that what are asteroids, how real is the threat of them causing extinction of life, what strategies have been developed to prevent such a catastrophe. So we have the examples also, we have discussed the examples also, we have discussed the asteroids also, we have discussed that what steps has been taken and what has been about the ISRO's plan, what ISRO is also planning. So we have discussed this entirely in our class. We have discussed all these portions in our class, that how these asteroids are there and how everything is there. Okay. So this is the approach of our topic. How do we approach any such current affair topic? Okay. Then let me show you another topic, one more topic here. Let me show you one more topic over here. We have this one topic. China's East reactor keeps the fire of magnetic fusion burning. So there was a topic which was only about China's East reactor. So how we have covered it? We have seen that what is the context of the news. Then we have seen what is ITER. A related terminology is there. International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor. What it is, that we have also seen. Then we have talked about like how this East and all other things, how they are working, what is their working principle. We have discussed that also. And then we have seen a previous year question also on the basis of this, a PYQ also on basis of this, that what question has been asked about this particular topic. So what we do actually, what is the approach? What is the approach? We first take the news. We also check the connection with syllabus. We check the connection with syllabus. Then what we do that, we also like discuss about the news. We discuss about news. We also do one thing, that we see the backward linkage of topic, any PYQ or practice question. So this is how we approach the topic. This is how we are approaching our topic in Adhyan batches. We are not simply talking about the news only. We are seeing the background of it also. We are also discussing the news also, the context of it also, and at the same time we are seeing if there is any previous year question with respect to that topic. So this is going to be the approach, how we are discussing the topic, how we are analyzing the topic. That's why there are a number of questions related to a static portion. There are a number of questions related to a static portion which could have been solved by the help of Adhyan batch. The questions about the deputy speaker, the questions about like various other Lokpala and all. We have discussed the issue of Lokpala also. We have discussed many other polity related topics. So we are doing all this, even the backward linkage of the topic, so that you can be clear about it. You can solve those questions on the basis of it. So this is our approach of the topic. Okay. So I hope again, just to sum up for you, we are going to have this Adhyan batch. Okay. We are going to have this Adhyan batch. It is going to start from, it starts from 9th. Okay. We are going to have this from 9th June. Okay. We will have this coverage. We will have this coverage from January 25 to mains 26. Okay. We are going to have 3 classes. We are going to have 3 classes. It includes one session per week. One session per week for answer writing. Okay. Answer writing. Okay. So this is one thing which we are going to start. Now, what we see that if we talk about the price, we have kept it at a nominal level of 999. Okay. And medium, if we talk about the medium, it is there in English as well as Hindi. Hindi batch will be running separately. This one will be a separate batch. Okay. English batch will be separate. Hindi batch will be separate. Those who are preparing for English medium, they can opt for the English batch. Those who are preparing for Hindi medium, they can opt for the Hindi batch. How we can register? If you want to register, you have to simply go to Khan Global Studies. Okay. You can simply go to Khan Global Studies. There when you go on the website, you will find the option of courses. When you click under this, when you click on the course, you will find here, okay, you will find here that we have this batch of current affairs Adhyan. So you can just click on that, and from there you can purchase this batch. Okay. So this is going to be an online batch, and from the website or from the app you can get it also. Okay. Yes, we are also covering, yes, of course, we are covering the many components of science and technology, ecology, polity. We also cover that. Okay. See, Ashish, the answer writing batch is for mains only. Answer writing batch is covering the portion of mains only. Adhyan is focusing on current affairs. Current affairs for UPSC prelims 2026 and mains 2026. Okay. So answer writing batch is for a different purpose. It is for just coverage of the mains topic, and Adhyan batch is for coverage of the entire current affair from prelims as well as mains perspective. So I hope that is clear. I hope that portion is clear. Any question, any doubt, anyone? Any question or doubt for anyone? So that is all the information from my side about the Adhyan batch, and again we are going to meet with you at 5 p.m. We will meet again at 5 p.m. on KGS IS English. Okay, so at 5 p.m. Okay, at 5 p.m. see you all on KGS IS English. Okay, so there we are going to discuss the current affairs of today. Okay, so let's meet there at the channel. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much everyone. Take care, all the best, and let's meet you all in the Adhyan batch. Thank you.